and everybody should take care of Tammy, and actually all the members. I mean, that's what's important. I think that we all take care of each other. Okay? Oh, damn. Why did I do that? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to get my Instagram going again. Damn. How do I edit? Oh gosh. Okay, sorry guys. Boy, I do this all the time. You think I'd learn, but I don't. I'm an old guy. That's why it takes so long to learn. Okay, so 12. Okay, nest, egg, grant. Okay, 1K every month. MONTHLY. Emergency grant. GRANT. And rent grants. Okay, now don't screw it up. Let's go. Just press that button on and let's get the show on the road. It just takes so long. Boy, but I'm glad I have something important to do. Man, if this is sort of like work, man, I'd be so frustrated with all the bad shit that goes on, you know, because we screw up. And at my age, man, I have to prepare for screwing up a lot more than you young folks. But it's good because that's why I learn. And we all have to screw up forever. As if you're not screwing up, means you ain't learning nothing. And that's how you grow, by screwing up. Otherwise, it gets boring too if you don't screw up. So you have to screw up to get more excited about life and have more problems to figure out. They're all figure outable, just not the way you think it should be figure outable. And that's the thing. You have to get out there in the world and try to figure things out and find out that your ideas don't work. And then they'll come up with other ideas that will work. But the only way you do that is by getting out there and finding out what the hell doesn't work. Good morning, Matthew. I won the $500 in January and still haven't received. Well, did you contact Magic Mary? She's the one that sends out the money. I mean, I write checks every day for this. So it's not like we're sitting on this. My money, I'm a number 100 that day. I have left several phone messages. No, don't. Email her again to me every day. Email her every day until you get that answer, because we all have, you know, other things on our plate. Michelle, I sent you a little gift today. I hope you got it. I really appreciate you and loving members so much. We all just really, you didn't. I think I did. Maybe I got there. Through Misty, I think. Okay, you did? You didn't. I did. I did? Now you're confusing this old man. Yeah. But I just did an interview with our Washingtonian magazine. Boy, in 1977, Washingtonian magazine had me as one of the 77 people to watch in 1977. How do you like that? They saw something in me that I didn't see. But that was a nice feather in my cap at the time, and I enjoy that. And to have it, 30, 40 years later, to do the same thing. I love you too, Michelle. It's just help me try to love everybody we have here and help everybody love each other and help each other. Michael, how are you, man? I'm one of the best places to look for help for my AUD on a rental in South Carolina. What's ADU? Info on an ADU, accessory dwelling unit on my rental. In other words, you want to build ADU in your on your property. These grants are coming up all the time, and because we have such a housing shortage, so people want to do more of those. Mother-in-law's unit, okay, yeah. And the first place I would start is with your county, your county. No, see, Wendy comes here, she can't see shit, but she thinks she knows everything anyway. She said, county extension. No, it's the community development. That's it. Oh, she knew that too. She didn't get the first part of my sentence. Yeah, but it's fun living with her now because she still thinks I'm handsome. She can't see for shit. So it's really great. And look at all the links I put up in the beginning of this. Let's see, I think I could get them in YouTube right now, but I can't get them in Instagram. I have to be finished, and then sometimes it takes a half a day for them to let me load it up, and then I forget if it's a half a day later. I'll forget if it's 5 minutes later, let alone half a day. So just keep yelling at me, and I'll eventually get there. Okay, yeah, okay, I got all those links in the description, and why won't it let me save it here? Maybe, is that too much? Is that too much for the description, folks? Reload, maybe, let's see if that works there. Yeah, it's not there. Okay, why isn't it there? I'm gonna try it again. Let me see, I'm going to save a little less. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, and maybe no. Let me see if I can put more in on the bottom of that and put it in 2 steps in the description under Let's Go Help on YouTube. Free dental care by millions, yeah. Flight training, nest day, scammers. Gosh. Well, I'm gonna try it once more time. Then if not, I'll wait till the end of the show and put it in there, okay? That'll be good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now let me save. Okay, so we got that saved. Now let's see, now the chat in the emergent, okay, and Let's Go Help too, okay? You there, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, Tammy is loading up with sources, okay? Great, lots of links, I love it. Thank you, Matthew. More, Mike. Okay, so look in, Michael, get item number, did Tammy just sent you that? See, she's so ahead of me, she's in my brain. Before I talk. Small business. Okay, you want to see item number 8 in the Meta Grant Report, the Let's Go Meta Grant Report. Wendy Wolf, you're back. I missed you all. Yeah, we missed you. Anyone? What's going on? Are you a member, Wendy? Because you could be helping other members by now. You must know more about this stuff than I do now, because I think what happened to me, I'm forgetting stuff. So anybody who's been here for a while, even though, after 50 years, I think you get a disc full, and you got to get rid of some stuff. To make room for new stuff. Okay, but here's some, okay, what the links I put in are on top. One is a wonderful thing going on in Washington, D.C. What they're doing is, I don't know if you're aware, if you're particularly if you're raising a family, and you're on some government programs, and they want you to get a job, and then you get a job, and you can't afford to leave the government programs because you're not going to make enough money to stop getting in programs and just lift off your salary. Salaries are so low, they can't do that. And in Washington, D.C., what's interesting, they said that the study that, Gosh, now what did I do? Well, they say that somebody making $1,000, say if you're on programs, so government programs, you know, on SNAP and things like that, but you have a salary of $11,000, that's almost getting it like a salary of $65,000 that you have to get to match that. Not 11,000. So if you're getting a $40,000 job or something like that, you're losing money and can't raise your family. So they have a program now that what they're doing is giving you rent grants and then also giving you a nest egg. Now, in other words, the rent money, you don't have to pay rent money, but then you put that into a nest egg grant where they get up to $12,000. So you get $12,000 for a nest egg to do things. You get your rent paid for, and also you get $1,000 a year of emergency cash. We all need emergencies, right? And in this country, like half the country, cannot afford an emergency of $500, let alone $1,000. So that's why there's a lot of government programs where you have $1,000 of emergency cash. And you can find that where you live by going to findhelp.org. And this is a link about a program they have in Washington, D.C., and they also have mentors. See, they mentors the people, because, man, if you're trying to have 2 kids or whatever, and you're a single mom, man, that's a lot of work. You know, you can't even do it with two parents, let alone one parent. And if you have no money, then thank you for doing what you do for us, self-centered free riders. I've been singing out there for 25 years, so it's great you're out there for what you. Well, thank you, Zachary. Clara Cooper, after all, I'm desperate. Where do I apply for a $1,000 grant? Well, it depends on what you want to do with it. Christina, hello. I'm looking for a home renovation grant for an older home that I assume a mortgage on. Okay, if you're a member for any of those questions, we have it. The answer is a detailed answer in LESCO Meta Grant Report. That's a report about 60, 70 pages that takes you through all the basic issues in life and where to get the best help for getting money and expertise to solve that problem. So whether it's housing or job or bills and debt and everything, we take you step by step there. Now, so if you're not a member, then there's a couple basic things to do. One is go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org, and then put in the subject you want, like home repair or what was this? Okay, you have a home, or you want to buy a home or something like that. All that, you put in home, and you have to get on the phone and start talking to people. You talk to people that are in findhelp.org, because all those people, what does the membership cost? Oh, thanks, Mom. It's $20. And it's $20 a month, and all you could eat for $20. You can ask us 1,000 questions a day if you want. It may take us longer than a day to answer them, but that's fine. And then we have also help. Personal help. We have members and our staff and everything. They're always on the air. I don't know who's up next on Zoom calls. Okay, so we have Zoom calls. Yeah, and so if you go to Let's Go Help 2, and then on the left you'll see workshops. On the left you see, okay, today we have a 7 o'clock Zoom call, so you can ask people live. Tomorrow we have a 7 o'clock p.m. And then Friday there's 10 a.m. And Friday then there's another 7 a.m. And then on Friday there's 11 a.m. Now look, we have 3 live workshops, where you can ask other people, members that got money, and they show you how they got it. Yeah, and that's why I think that this is better than me telling you, because I've been saying this for 50 years, and it's hard to relate to somebody just starting. Okay, so remember, Friday we have 3 of them. Is 10 a.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. Okay, and make sure you come dressed up and ready to dance. Okay, that's another one. Then Saturday we have at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Okay, and then Sunday at 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. And then Monday at 11 p.m. Tuesday at 6 p.m. And then you keep track of it. Then I pop up every now and then, like I do now, on top to help and get a feel for what people need out there, and that's important for me. because I feel I could get an answer on anything. I just don't know the questions. Same thing. And the help is out there for everybody. Any grants for Texas for mortgage is out of funds for a year or so. Sherwin, is that a name? Okay, if you went to the National Mortgage Program, okay, and if they're out of money, yes, okay. A lot of states are not out of money yet, but if your state is, then you have to go further. You have to look for other places. Where do you look for other places? You go to findhelp.org, okay, findhelp.org. And then you look for housing, okay? Now, the people that help you with housing for rent or mortgage or anything, you start calling them. You have to call people. Nothing's going to happen until you get on the phone and start talking to people one-to-one and tell them what your problems are. Why does that maybe sound a little funny to you? Oh, somebody give me a tip of $1.99. Oh, you keep that under $2. How clever. But that's a sweet gift. I mean, that's a hug, and that's so nice to know. That something is of value. That's what I like about capitalism. Otherwise we think something is important, but if it's not important to somebody else, then what the hell are you doing it for? We're here to help other people, not just ourselves. I think capitalism is against that a little bit. It's how much you could get, not somebody else. So that's why I find that this is just a delightful way for me to spend the next 10, 15 years of my life or whatever I have left, to do this. And I can't wait to get up every morning to do this, because I could maybe help somebody to do. Okay, how about members? Who's a question member? Okay, Tammy Larson, Tony, the grants for down payment closing costs. Yes. There is. Hope you're helping today with a transfer deposit of $500. Are you Mr. Lesko? Wild Girl Viewpoint. I hope that you're helping today with transfer deposit of $500. Are you Mr. Lesko? Yes, I'm Mr. Lesko. Did you win something? Is that it, Wild Girl? If you did, just make sure that you get your, that Magic Mary has your name and your email that we could send you the money, okay? Okay, got approved for my mortgage. $8,500 again. Wow. See, who says they're on a mortgage money? Here's Tammy, she's a member and she helps you too, that she just got $8,500. Tammy must have, must be Scrooge McDuck in her basement full of money. She is always getting something. Talk to that lady. See how she did it. Because I don't apply for these things anymore. I just find out where they are. Now she's boots on the ground, and that's who you want to talk to. See when she's there, and that's what the other people are. Have you so much more time? You have a life's purpose, and life, and live it every day. Yes, Johnny, I'm so fortunate. I can't believe it. I pinch myself every day that this is what 80 is like. Man, I had no idea. In my family, you just went to Florida and played shitty golf, and that was a great thing to do. It wasn't for me, and that didn't seem like life to me. Why do we want to do something you're lousy at? I want to do something I'm good at and help people. That's what we're here for. And you could do it until you die, because you don't have to work in a factory anymore where it's tough on the body. 1 year in DC program helps those. You found that. Good, thanks, Tammy. Look at Tammy, it's just typing away. And you too, Tammy. Jeremiah, and thank you, Tammy, there, Navigators. Yes, the Lesko Navigators. Tammy's a navigator. Michelle, navigator. Tammy, navigator. Tammy, Michelle. Amber, navigator. Spencer McCoy, I'm moving into a new apartment in September, New York City. Any good resources to supplement that rent? Yes, go to 311. Okay, first, and call them and look for rent subsidies there, okay? 311, I guess it's .gov. That's the 211 for New York is 311. But also go to findhelp.org. And if you need help with rent, findhelp.org, and then put in rent and you'll find dozens of nonprofit organizations in your zip code that help people with rent. I mean, it's not secret. It just seems secret because you don't know where to look. So let me tell you where to look, because we love telling people where to go, don't we, Tammy? Amber, how's your life? What's going on? Already called 211. Findhelp.org is the next. Thank you, Matt, for California. Yes, Lori, thanks. Well, look at Tammy just got $8,500 to help with their mortgage in California. Okay, so if they say they don't have it, well, you find another office. Somebody has it out there, and Tammy will point you what she got, whatever. And that's very important. Let me tell you about these other programs. Okay. Now, what's going on too is healthcare. A bunch of stuff in the news today about healthcare and getting healthcare coverage if you don't have it, or even if you're paying too much for it. See, there are 10 states now that don't have what's called the expanded Medicaid expansion. Okay, so if you don't have healthcare, go to your state, because every state has something, Medicaid, which means gets it free, and that's for people with, incomes maybe $30,000 or in there, maybe up to 50, depends on how many people, things like that. We get free healthcare on Obamacare, okay? But also part of that is what's called Medicaid expansion. Medicaid is our free healthcare program the government always had. Okay, but they expanded it with Obamacare. Now there were states that did not take the expansion, and which was it was a political thing, because the government was going to give them money for more people in their state to get free health care, and they refused to take the money. It's a political thing, I'm sure, and so they didn't get it. But that cut people out with health care. I don't know why. Saving lives is now political, but who am I to say? So that's the issue. But even if you're in one of those states, go to Obamacare, and that's healthcare.gov, healthcare.gov, and just start applying to see if you're eligible for Obamacare or you're eligible for Medicaid, and it doesn't matter when you apply for Medicaid. My understanding is, to apply for Obamacare, it only happens like in November, December, something like that. But to apply for the Medicaid program, it doesn't matter. So you go there now, healthcare.gov, and apply and see if you get it. Because people who even apply for that pay as little as $10 a month for a complete program. Now, here's another thing happened with healthcare. Is that people are getting into Obamacare database and finding people who have Obamacare and selling them something else. Now, this is breaking the law, obviously, but it's happening. And they're getting people, and the reason it happens is they're able to sell you another healthcare plan that they'll convince you is much better than what you have, and they make a commission. So it's much better for them, not for you, because they'll be able to convince you that it's better for you so they could get a commission, and they're going into healthcare, and they can't find a way to stop these people yet. It's sort of like people who pretend they're me, and they go and email you or text you or whatever and say, hey, I'm Lesko, I'm gonna help you get a grant. And it's not me, and they're just gonna take your money. Anybody who says they're me and they charge you more than $20, that ain't me. I'm only charging you $20, and that's important to know. So that's going on. So what you want to do is anybody who calls you, no. And you don't want to call anybody who calls you about healthcare, emails you, whatever, they're after your money, okay? And it's not an independent source to find out what the best healthcare program is for you. It's an independent source that knows the best healthcare program for you, for them to get money from you, okay? So it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them. So just hang up on them. And if you want help deciding on a healthcare program, if you go to healthcare.gov, you go to healthcare.gov, and then you put in, you're looking for the Community Navigators. That's just like Let's Go Help Navigators. We got Community Navigators on healthcare.gov. Now, they're the Community Navigators. Some are representatives, represented a healthcare company. You don't want them. You want the Community Navigators that are with nonprofit organizations. That's who you want to talk to. Community Navigators with nonprofit organizations. I'll say this again. Community Navigators who work with nonprofit organizations. See, they already got paid. They don't have to get paid by selling you something. They don't have to sell you something because they already got a salary. The other people you call, they get more money the more you buy from them, okay? So that's a bad situation, okay, at least in my mind. But I'm biased, so I could be wrong for you. Tammy, you're the top of this, and I'm quite impressed. Yes, Jeremy. You should be, she is. And so if you go to healthcare.gov, you know, and search for Community Navigators, and then look for the Community Navigators that are nonprofit organizations. Where is the meta list? Okay, Tammy, can you put the list for the 500 state grants? Because that's what every member should have. They should have the 500 state grants for their state and the meta grant report that Tammy just put up. That should be there. Okay, so now you know, stay away from scammers who are selling you medical coverage, and go to healthcare.gov and look for Community Navigators. Okay, now don't forget, every time there's a disaster, the government gives out money, okay, because they want to help people get back on their feet, whatever. And this is what's happened near where I live in Maryland. I live close to that. I have a house in Maryland now, but I live downtown Washington, D.C. And they are so many programs. The Baltimore bridge that fell down, on all that big boat. Well, now there's lots of programs, for loans and grants for businesses and individuals that were hurt by that. They lost a job, business is bad, or whatever. And SBA has special money programs. Now, most of the programs are loans. Sometimes they forgive part of that, and also they're low interest. You won't get that loan a low rate like the government gives from any bank in America. So they're also the better loans, and also they don't come out and break your legs or take your 2 children if you don't pay too. So they're a little friendlier, and there's a way to change the relationship if you're having financial trouble. You can't do that with banks, or none that I'm aware of recently, but you can. Government is more forgiving like that. Single parent. Oh, by the way, the thing for income, government benefits is the same as the $20,000 business effective at Baltimore Sun. I'm sorry. Oh, here's a program for the $12,000 for what do you call it, for the rent. What is it? Boy, this is getting tough. But they also give you $1,350 a month rent in order to go to school to learn something. See, the government programs are there for you to increase your earning power. And that's what these programs are for. So it's money to pay for rent while you train to get a better job, or money to go to school and pay for the expenses, or money for transportations, or money for daycare, all this stuff. I mean, there's plenty of money out there, to help you do these things. But you have to take advantage of it. And it takes work on your part to contact these people to find out exactly what's available where you live and how to get it, okay? Nest egg, $12,000, yeah, nest egg, that was the word I was looking for. Oh, here's another thing. You know what I never found? A lot of people want to learn how to fly a plane. Well, and it's hard to find that, and it costs a lot of money. Now you can. There are now government grants. Here's a government grants, EDA, Economic Development Administration. Okay, go to EDA.gov. They give out grants to local communities to grow businesses, to grow incomes, to do everything. Now here's 2 new ones they just sent out today. One is for for people to get free flight training. Learn how to be a pilot, and not a pilot in a bakery. There's a old, I don't know, if you're old enough to know the Three Stooges. There was a Three Stooges campaign. The three guys were Mo, Curly, Joe, or Mo, Larry, and Curly Joe. That's it. And Curly said, well, I'm a pilot in a bakery. Yeah, you're a pilot in a bakery? What's a pilot in a bakery? I get the bread out of the oven and I pile it in the corner. Now that's not kind of dad joke, huh? That's why it resonated with me. You're a pilot in a bakery. Yeah. Well, here's now grants for you to learn how to be a pilot, and not a pilot in a bakery, because we need people in aerospace. This is flight. See, all us baby boomers, are dying and retiring and everything. So we need more people that are trained. So many new jobs are out there, like, from teachers to airline pilots or whatever. So look for training programs where you live, okay? And there's another one. One is just to start a restaurant. See, I mean, this is economic development, because if you start a restaurant, you're going to hire people and things like that, and create money for yourself and the like. So this is important stuff, that the government does every year, all the time, no matter who's in business, who's in the White House, or who your elected official is. It's there. It comes and goes. I've been watching this stuff for almost 50 years now, and I see no difference between any of the organizations. They just sort of please give grants to different kinds of people. That's all. As long as you're a people, you'll be able to get one of those, okay? And that's it. But here's what to go to. And this is particularly if you want to start a business too. It's EDA, Economic Development Administration, EDA.gov, G-O-V. You want to go to there and look, and they have a map of the United States, and you want to click on your state. Okay, then you click on your state and you call every office, because there'll be maybe a half a dozen or a dozen or 22 dozen offices in your state that are nonprofit organizations, government offices that help people start start businesses. That's what you want to know. And you have to call. The only way to get stuff is by getting on the phone and calling people. There was a wonderful member, I forget, yesterday, that she got, I think it was $11,000 to pay utility bills, and she said she had to call 7 people. But man, was that worth it? Or even, I think maybe it was only $2,000 now that I think of it. But she said it's worth it. Man, if you could get $2,000 in 7 phone calls, where else are you going to do that? Yeah, you tell me. Unless you put on a mask and get a gun. It's not going to be that easy, right? and so that's why. But get ready to make the calls. Please make the calls. Make the calls. Calls. Make your calls. Please make your calls. Rachel, I need help with collecting my giveaway prize. Please email me who I can speak to regarding this. Rachel, you just send an email to Magic Mary. Send an email to letsgohelp@gmail.com. If you don't hear tomorrow, send another email to Magic Mary. Magic Mary, she's overwhelmed, but she's the one who gets me to write the checks, because she has to check out all the stuff or whatever. I don't know, the bureaucracy we create to make things. It's amazing. We have to create a bureaucracy to make smooth. And bureaucracy is the opposite of smooth, isn't it? Because they don't allow you to think much. And so it's doing that balance. So please, Rachel, make sure. I don't want to hold the money. We're giving away money. And it looks like we may have to cut back on the grants next month, because we got screwed by Stripe, or our credit processing people, and they told us to get out of town in 2 months, 2 weeks. And we have so many members all on a subscription basis, and it's a nightmare. We're losing so much money, and I'm afraid that we won't have enough profit for all the grants next month. So we may go down to about $45,000 next month instead of $75,000, because this Stripe is causing us to lose too much money to give it away. So we have to keep in business to keep doing this first. Then we give profits back to people. who are members. So bear with us if we can't give out as much. And also, our things are so screwed up. If we overcharge you, don't worry, we'll always give you your money back. So just let us know. Magic Mary is the way to do it. And if we charge it double, I think maybe some people are getting charged double. And it's a nightmare. Anytime you take a big clump of data and that is complicated in the way it was set it up, because every day it's not like everybody gets billed on the first of the month, you know. No, it's 30 days after they join. So we have everybody, millions of people, not millions, tens of thousands of people with different, you know, expiration dates, and they say the date is one way and it's not it's just nightmare. Well, we'll get through it. Just be a bump in the road, and when we get out on the other side, we'll be a lot better off because of it. So it's important. First of all, we will learn not to be tied down to one person and do this, okay? And that's important to know. I'm gonna take off, guys. I have a list here. I hope to put them in into Instagram when I'm done. Call. Yes, Holly. Call. You could call Holly too. She's a sweet lady and helps everybody with an open heart. Are you from the movie? I'm not sure which movie. Chainsaw Massacre? Or is that what you think? Thanks for sharing, Christina. What did Christina say? And there's Mo. Mo and I go way back. I knew her before she had children, I think. No, she had one. Maybe, but just wonderful people that work here, wonderful members that want to show their heart to other people to help them through this miserable thing that is called life. And so don't let it get you, because it can, and it does. And I bought your book 35 years ago. Wow, you're the one. I was wondering who. See, this is much better than when I was selling books, because people really get real help. You were buying the book, you buy it, you sit there and do nothing, yeah? Now, man, see, we could point you, call this place, call that place. No, that doesn't work, then call this place, call that place. That's what you do. And that's what you're gonna have to do. If you wanna do something, you wanna change your life, you wanna get on with life and do something more exciting than what's happening now, you can. You know, if a schmuck like me who flunked English in college can write 2 New York Times bestsellers, man, this is still the land of opportunity, at least for crazy people. Be sure to apply for the oh yes, the next, what's the date today? We still have the car grant for today, for this month. So sign up for the $15,000 grant for car repair. In your car repair, okay, and the deadline is the 15th of the month, so that's coming up. It's now the 10th of the month, so you have 5 more days to apply. Then after that, on the 20th, we have the rent and mortgage grant, okay? That's on the 20th of the month, so make sure you apply to that. The easiest play, you could do it on Facebook, but Let's Go Help Too is getting, more people are there because it seems to be a little more friendly. So you may want to go there to apply, okay? And when you apply, you get an email response, so you'll know if your application is in. If it isn't in, if you don't get an email response, then just apply again. Apply. Call. That's what life is about. So get up and get a cup of coffee and get out and apply. Call. Apply. Call. Apply. Call. Okay? And you can call me anything you want. Love you so. Thanks. You know, years ago, I couldn't even say the word love and thought you had to marry people. Now, my heart's open so much more because of you guys. Thank you.